psychodynamic therapy. Psychodynamic therapy is based on the individual's unconscious processes as they are manifested in a person's present behavior. The goal of this therapy is to make the individual aware of his or her unconscious wishes, urges, desires, etc. The therapy also enables the individual to understand how these unconscious wishes or urges influence his or her present behavior. This therapy even enables the individual to examine unresolved conflicts resulting from past dysfunctional relationships and experiences. These conflicts get manifested in the form of various symptoms and disorders. The psychodynamic therapy is based on the earliest and influential psychoanalytical theory formulated by Sigmund Freud. An individual personality is made up of three basic factors. I'd work on the pleasure principle, immediate satisfaction of need. Ego works by reality principle, reasoning and rationality. Superego works by morality principle, conscience, ethics, social customs, and norms.
Whenever ID seeks to gratify any unacceptable wish, threatening, or undesirable to ego suppressive, deep into the unconscious mind, it does to maintain social custom and norms.
Psychodynamic therapy or psychoanalysis is based on the fact that repressed materials of the unconscious mind of the individuals have potential to produce anxiety and unhappiness. These, in turn, are expressed through different symptoms and disturb the overall personality pattern. Psychodynamic therapy thus involves making the individuals aware how unconscious factors affect behavior patterns, relationship, and overall mental health.
According to Freud, psychodynamic theory involved the following technique.
It involves exploring a person's unconscious and preconscious thoughts of the client by the therapist. The client gives a running account with all thoughts, feelings, desires of a client coming to the mind at the moment of the therapy. In this method, client is asked to relax on the couch. Client encouraged to talk spontaneously whatever comes to his or her mind, no matter how illogical or irrelevant they seems to be. The therapist always remain away from the sight if the client often sitting or standing at the back. This arrangement is done to facilitate free flow and verbalization of thoughts without any inhibition. The therapist interprets the responses and tries to find out the associations between the ideas expressed freely. According to Freud, allowing a person to talk freely helps the person releases a lot of emotional loadings associated with any psychological problem. It also enables the person to voice out the significant incidents of life, which may have been left unshared till now. Example, an incident of child abuse. Person may unknowingly express certain trivial matters that may have significant implications for his or her psychological problem. According to Freud, our repressed feelings have another pathway, that is the dreams. Dreams are symbolic representation of unconscious thoughts. The technique involves thorough examination and analysis of various content of dreams. Dream analysis is a very difficult task due to its complexity. This is because the symbols used in dreams have their very personal and own meanings that cannot be generalized. Since different parts of dreams are forgotten rapidly, it becomes quite complex with the analysts to associate the fragmented details of the dreams. It is a phenomenon occurring during an ongoing therapy, characterized by unconscious redirection of feelings from one person to another. It occurs when one carries over feelings, attitudes and expectations one has towards a significant person like a parent or spouse and unconsciously apply them towards the therapist. Their therapist may become a parent figure or other significant figure to the client. So, clients start displaying same emotions like love or hatred towards the therapist as he or she had for that significant person. Transparency are of two types: positive and negative. In case of positive transference, client have emotions towards the therapist, so he or she feels secure and express thought safety. But in case of negative transference, negative emotions such as hostility, aggression emerges. This hinders therapeutical processes. It is the same process like transference, but in this process instead of the patient. The therapist becomes emotionally dependent on the patient. In case of counter-transference, the therapist projects his or her personal emotions onto the client which are oriented and directed towards the significant person in the life of the therapist. Counter-transference must be properly handled by the therapist. Failure to do so lead to mere repetition of, typically relational, difficulties characterizing the client's life. During the process of free association, the client may be unwillingly to talk about certain thoughts or experience. For example, a person may abruptly stop talking or may switch to some other topic while starting a childhood experience. They may stubbornly refuse to report certain experiences. This phenomenon is termed as resistance. Here, to resistance simply means blockage of mind. It is the patient's strong refusal to express certain thoughts, motives, or wishes which appear to be threatening and painful or unacceptable from social perspective. Resistance may even get expressed when client refuses to accept therapist's interpretation or comes late or forgets an appointment for the therapeutical session. Psychodynamic therapy for psychoanalysis is the most famous technique to cure mental illness. Despite its contribution, it has been criticized as a highly subjective, time-consuming and expensive technique, lacking empirical support. Psychoanalysis has also been criticized because it focuses on the past rather than the physician's immediate problems. Due to such disadvantage of psychodynamic therapy, its practice has become less frequent.